Yeah.
Live video is starting.
Okay. Good.
And we're on. I think it says, okay. What's up, guys? We are here. Episode 12. And it does feel like it's been a while. We got a new podcast setup. I like the setup. I like how it looks on the screen.
Yeah. I feel you. Just the back wall will get done pretty easily.
Oh, wow.
That's
And we do have space to like put different things and stuff like that.
It's not that wide of an area, really. So, yeah. I got to show this also.
I think maybe we should. I'm going to show little Dave. Well, Dave, look at this. And then see if we should like raise the camera up a little bit. Hand this to him.
You don't think you could put some art up right there?
That's what we're going to do.
Nah, that's fine.
You think so?
Would you do
What
art
do you
or would you do like more like paint something on the wall?
Tilt it back like
Probably just
half an
a
inch.
painting.
Yeah, that's them. Just tilt it.
But I want
Yep. Keep
The
going.
whole-
Keep going.
just like, I want to get like wood flooring and just make it look like
All right. Like
a wood wall. You know what I mean? And,
Okay.
And then
Thanks.
like a neon sign would be nice. Something like that.
Neon signs are very neon sign bad. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Just say Flagler Weekly on the neon sign. Maybe like
That'd be hard.
purple or something like that. Or
Purple. I fuck with purple. But is that what the teams down here have? Like purple and then
No.
Trying to think.
it'd be more like
Orlando
red.
Magic is blue. The Jaguars are green. Tampa Bay Bucks are red. Dolphins are green. Hurricanes are green and orange.
Flagler and green and red wouldn't be bad.
I mean, FPC is like green.
Yeah, I don't like the green and red. I like the green and black. But it is kind of like. Can you turn that light down a little bit? The brightness of the light, the knob closest to you. I want to see what it looked like if we did turn it down and had a neon light back there. Turn it down.
I don't think those things give much light though.
I mean, it seems like it's giving a lot of light.
I think that would be really cool because if you get two cameras and then you have one just illuminating the light, like neon light illuminating somebody's face right here, that would be a really nice like just one like camera on you when they have that sharp take or that hot take.
Yeah, you know what I've been saying too. You were talking about it before too. Like when you guys like got those scene, but then when you talk, it like flashes on the people.
Yeah.
I think that's be eventually the thing to do also.
Yeah, we're gonna need multiple cameras. And what do you say? I kind of
Not right now.
like it like that.
I would go further back ideally, but
Further back?
yeah, because I noticed
It's
like
gonna make us smaller.
a lot of people. Yeah, that's what they do.
How does it look?
They have the whole thing, and the people are smaller. But then when they talk, it's just like always back on back on the people or not.
You guys watching, if you want to comment and let us know how it's looking.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I think too. I don't want us to all be like further back.
I like it further back
Just gotta be close.
because when people have
I was
nice,
about to say your mom. No offense.
no,
But
because people with nicer podcasts, man, they have like when their set is on there, they got the whole set, and then when someone speaks, it just flashes to them. And it
but
goes
you
back.
need multiple cameras for that.
Yeah, we need a lot of stuff for that.
Shut that dog up, yo.
This man Douglas wants to get in.
Man,
He wants another piece of that cord.
Oh my god! I'm glad I can't see it from here. I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be 38 hot.
Just a little electrical tape will fix it up.
Right.
Little
That's
electric
true.
soul tape.
That's true.
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
That's true.
$40 car or
That's a solution.
$1.
Like
In fact, I think I already got that too.
No, we're not gonna go that route. We're gonna buy another cord.
nah, I mean I could certify
Electrical-
some electrical tape on a cord like that.
Yep.
Electrical tape goes a long way.
No,
I mean, that's just portable outside of the cord and strip form.
it's too early in our podcast life for us to already be having like janky equipment.
Nah, it's never too early.
I don't agree.
Never too early.
It builds character.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So before we get into the first topic, what is going on? Yo?
Yeah. You're gonna have to do something with that dog, man.
Not gonna lie though, not gonna lie. If I want like when I start my business and it's like geared to consumers, having a dog is not a bad idea.
What?
Like having a dog be like attached to your brand is not a bad idea.
People like dogs.
People will pay anything for their pets.
In fact, we should have Doug on camera since he's so cute.
Nah, we should.
Like have him on camera, then come off camera. Like
put that dog in a like date.
Yo, having the dog like on camera and then through the window. No, that'd be crazy.
But so I was gonna introduce. This is my nephew.
Yo.
This is my nephew Seth Robinson, from New York.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Life's going interesting. Just trying to fucking make money now.
What are you doing down here in Florida?
I'm here to learn. I'm here down here, chilling with you.
What's up?
Here to have fun, like spend some vacation days well, and learn a bunch of shit. And we're learning a lot.
Yo, this guy is wild.
Hold on a second. Baby-o, this is like, I would consider this like a technical issue at this juncture. And he's over here slacking on his production teamwork.
Bro, what do you want me to do? You want to beat the dog?
No, we don't. We don't want you to do that.
Yeah, definitely do not beat the dog. That's terrible.
So what do you do for work in New York?
I'm a lab technician at a big business company.
This is we won't say the name, but what does a lab technician do?
A lab technician in my position, I deal with hardware, so it's like basically just putting resistors onto cards, looking at studying different circuits, seeing why it might be faulty, why it went wrong. But also doing development work, whereas to like figure out the next generation, like how are we gonna improve? And there's stuff
What is that called? R&D, research
and development.
R&D,
research and development. But we also handle like the fail end, so it's like something broke somewhere, and now you have to figure out why did it break.
On like laptops, like personal computers, stuff like that, or just processors, like in general.
More on like servers.
Okay.
Like so stuff that's like in like maybe a data center somewhere. Like where you have all like like for example like Netflix. Like every time you sign up on Netflix and you go to watch a movie, your laptop is pinging somebody's computer somewhere else.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you say pinging somebody's, what does that exactly mean?
Just reaching out on the network. So like using your network to go to somebody else's network and then get that information and then send it over from address to address.
So are you talking about like, so you like operate like a cloud or whatever? All those servers are like a cloud then?
Yeah, but the thing is that
It's in the cloud.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's in the cloud. The cloud is just somebody else's computer.
I think a lot of people probably don't even know what a cloud really is. Like that's just like what the space inside all the servers where like the information is, right?
Right, and the thing is, all that cloud has to be on some computer, some real computer. So, and that's what I deal with, like making sure that those servers that run those calculations and get those videos are up and running.
So what you have like a degree in like some kind of computer science or?
I tried to. I don't have a degree though.
Oh no.
No. Like I tried multiple times to go to school. I even tried last year, and I was like, why am I doing this? Like in certain instances, it makes sense. Like it's like if I was like operating on somebody, of course I want to have gone to school.
Yeah.
Or if I'm like working on a car, I definitely want to go to trade school. Or if like or something like that. But I feel like in the tech industry, there's not enough people. So in instances, and once you learn something, you're like, oh wow, if I learn this, I can just move on. I can move up. I can progress.
So it's more like the certification stuff,
right?
Like different things. Because I was in like a little computer engineering program for like a semester or so, and they were like, and in that program, it was like, okay, you're gonna get this certification, this certification, this, that, and that. So yeah, so that's crazy. Like, so that's like in the future of like tech stuff, and they don't like need degrees.
Right.
Like you just need little things.
That's what a lot of people
you need a couple like, I mean, you could probably like take like 2 years for maybe one cert, but once you get that cert, you get other certs. Certs. You got ISC Square. They do good certs. You got CompTIA. They do good certs.
Now, the thing that people always get worried about is like, are these scams? Like, am I going to pay this money for this cert? And some of them say like $10. It's like, bro, what the hell?
Nah, that's crazy.
I got $50,000 worth of student loan debt. You tell me I can get a cert for $200 and
$250?
I'm gonna get like $100,000 job or something.
Now the $250 is probably the test, but where you get scammed is like the boot camps. Because I mean, some boot camps are good. I haven't gone to boot camp, but
you really don't have to like. You can just take the test if you like sign up and want to take the test, right?
Right. I mean, there is enough free information for you to learn and study for that test and pass that test. But if you want to go to a boot camp and get like the meat and potatoes of what you're supposed to learn, you could do that, and that'll probably accelerate you. It's almost like when you get your driver's license. You could either have your mom and dad teach you how to drive, or you go to a school and they really ingrain what you need to know.
Yeah,
and that's what the boot camps are. But not everybody can teach you this stuff. So that's why some of the boot camps are scams.
How do you know the difference between one that's a scam and not?
It's
like,
hard.
how did you know? Did you like do research, or you just like picked one and just got lucky, kind of?
Oh, I know. I'll tell you how I do it. How I would do it. I haven't done a boot camp. What I did was I just went from experience. So everywhere I was at, I tried to get experience with technology because I was like, okay, if I'm a tech guy, then anything with a screen or some shit should be able to do. Like I couldn't get the camera to work, and that bugged me. But it's sometimes you don't get it.
Wait, I think the camera's just not working anymore.
It blinked. It blinked. So like I wonder what that debug would mean. Like if I was to like debug it and figure it out more. But yeah, sometimes. But the thing is, like tech stuff, it doesn't always click and play as it should. Like that's what all these people advertise. Like, yo, all you gotta do is take it in and plug it in, and it works. But that's not how it goes. And you got to be able to be patient and try again and stuff like that. So I went to Dutchess Community College.
What?
Dutchess Community College.
Dutchess, you said?
Dutchess Community College. It's in Poughkeepsie, New York. And I went there out of high school. And then after I went there, I soon dropped out after a semester or two. Just because I was doing a mixture of night classes. I was trying to work at McDonald's to continue to work at McDonald's. And I was like, it was hard to balance that. And I had a girlfriend at the time. And she lived, but.
Is that the local college to Poughkeepsie?
Sort of, kind of. Yeah, but it's pretty known as like a really good community college. Like you can really go to these community college and do shit.
What I was kind of getting at was like, community college, that's where all the hoes are at. Because the good girls, I feel like, get into University of Florida, I guess NYU,
the ones who couldn't get
UMass, whatever. Yeah, then the ones who were weren't focused and were in the back of the classroom.
They
all got a kid too.
They're at community college. So were there a lot of hoes up there, or was it more of a...
Honestly, at that point in my life, I wasn't even looking for the hoes. Even though I was...
I mean, were there a lot of good-looking females there?
I didn't see them.
Damn.
I didn't see them.
He was there for a business job.
My boy was in the lab.
I was barely there.
In the lab.
I was barely there. Shit, man. It was too good of a setup.
Okay.
But yeah, I couldn't. I wasn't giving it enough attention, too much time. I was like, I'd rather work and make this money now.
That's real.
But then soon enough, later on, you figure okay, working at McDonald's can only get you so far, or this can only go for so long. So. I was thinking about it because I was like, I need to get another job. So I applied for the job at the help desk at the college. And that's really, I think that's a really good way to start. Like if you learn a way to work at the college, you not only get paid from the college, but you also, and it's they don't tax the bread because you work at a nonprofit. Well, because my college wasn't private, so it was a state. So it's not like they would tax the bread. I think they won't tax the bread, but maybe I should save that for later. But the IRS,
So, once again, it's funny because we said we were gonna try and have guests on here more and stuff like that. So this is a good tester because we want to talk about our topics, but I think I want to ask you a couple questions too, because I feel like I don't get to see you that often.
True.
You're my brother's son. So
your older brother? Well, you're the youngest out of all of them, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't think I got a younger brother. But so yeah, but the third in line brothers, because Michael's older than Mark, your brother. Okay, so then I have a brother, Morris, who's my dad's, then Michael, then his dad, Mark. And I remember when you were born. That's crazy, because you said your birthday is coming up in a couple days, and you're going to be 23.
Yep.
So I definitely remember when you were born. And do you have like any kid memories of like me?
No, I don't. Not that much. Sorry to say, I don't.
That's
I know that might hurt, but I don't.
No, that's cool, but it's crazy. Like I remember coming and you just being like young and stuff like that.
Really? Where were we at the time?
In the Bronx, I think. I think you guys were in the Bronx.
That might be me at a young age.
But yeah, that's dope, man. So how is New York? Like, because we just went through the whole pandemic and stuff. You lived there the whole time?
Yeah, I was in New York the whole time. That's why college didn't work out either.
Why do you say that? Oh, because the whole pandemic?
Well, it worked out and it didn't work out. I was able to work there without taking classes there because of the pandemic, because everybody was losing their mind. Everybody didn't know what to do with COVID.
And you're 21. I'm not going to ask you
22.
Who. 22, my bad. I'm not going to ask you who, but did you vote in the last presidential election?
Yeah, I voted.
All right, we don't got to talk about who. That's funny, but being from New York, I can imagine you being like Democratic, maybe. I don't know. I feel like, are there a lot of Democrats up there in New York? Because New York's blue, right?
The only reason why New York's blue is because of New York City. Outside of the 5 boroughs, the state is red.
Would you consider yourself, because, okay, so we're not going to give up too much, but you live like a little bit upstate now, but not far. Like me being not from New York, he lives in New York City. You know what I mean? Like
it's far.
He's like kind of like White Plains area, like, you know what I mean? But
anything above the Bronx is not New York City.
Yeah. That's what y'all say.
That's what it is.
But there's no way that like there's a line there, and after that, like people are just like red. Which I feel what you're saying.
It is though. I'm telling you, the reason why. I mean, it's a numbers game. It's the reason why like New York. This is why New York's always gonna be popular hip hop wise, because it's a numbers game. You have so many people.
The crazy part about that is like New York. A lot of people think it's big. New York is so small. That's really like, what is it, Dave?
Nah, but really, it is big though. But it is big, but everybody's in one small part.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like so
upstate goes like far. Like
no, New York is big, yeah. But I'm talking about like New York City is like what, like 20 miles, 20 square miles.
Like you're talking about like Manhattan City, because that's like what, like 2 miles by like
3 miles.
Yeah,
tops.
3 miles by like 5, like 3 by 5.
Okay, so
3 by 5.
if that's like 3 by 5, I'm talking about from like he said, the Bronx to like Far Rockaway.
So. Yeah, probably
20 miles.
Yeah, 20, 30 miles circle. Yeah,
like that's crazy. Like that's not that far.
But then like Long Island's like really populated too, but that's not really the city at all either.
Is Long Island the city?
No, but
it's populated though compared to Florida.
It's there's enough people in Long Island, honestly, but it's not a borough. That's the thing.
So
it's almost like White Plains. It's like it's close enough, but it's still not.
Do you ever go to Staten Island?
No. I have no business in Staten Island.
That's crazy. Everybody's like, nobody goes to Staten Island.
I don't even think it's like really connected.
Staten Island is probably the only red borough.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of cops out there.
I only went through there one time when I was leaving New York once.
Where are you trying to go?
I was coming home to Florida.
Oh, damn.
I took the ferry there just to go there. And then I like rode a bus.
How fast did you get back on the ferry? Or like...
We rode like a bus a little bit, then went down, took another bus back down. Like I think there might be a mall in Staten Island.
Maybe. I don't even know.
He said maybe. I don't.
It didn't seem like this. It's not like the city though. When you like,
it was like Jersey
city, even less city than like Jersey, I would think.
Gotta ask Pete Davidson.
Yeah, because when I stopped through, man, it was just like I stopped like at a plaza, and like it was like a Florida plaza, and then passed right through.
Hey, little Dave, can you please go check on the dog, please? You act like we're asking you to like
Flagler Weekly's mascot.
like mop the floor or something like that. Just check him.
Like the dog's gonna
Yeah, this man was just telling. So he had a substitute the other day, and he was showing him the podcast and the food reviews and whatnot.
Oh, don't do that.
The sub was like, "Oh, you ain't got no job." He was like, he was like, "I'm a podcast producer."
That is true.
I'm a sound engineer. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And now he's sitting over here not producing. I hope the substitute's watching this right now.
Yeah. But just a quick excerpt. I did start to watch the meals under like meals for $4.
Oh yeah, for under 20.
Yeah, shit's pretty good.
Yeah.
The title called me because I was like, because I do need to start cooking. Like I wanted to make some. I just followed a page where they make chicken burritos, not chicken burritos, like chicken like enchiladas or something like that. I definitely need to make that to carry it for the rest of my week.
My mom said she watched it too. She said the same thing. Yeah, she's like, I need to start cooking.
You wanted something?
I want to do another one tomorrow. I want to shoot. I'm gonna do those ribs that I make.
Ooh.
Yo, can we please tell what happened to the last? We tried to shoot an episode last.
Yeah. Well,
is that why y'all been gone for a bit?
well,
Yeah.
no, well, for that thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got all the stuff, but I went to Publix, which isn't like.
That day went to shit. That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
you know.
What
so
happened at Publix?
Well,
Well, we
because
got-
Publix. Well, he don't know because he's not from here. But Publix has got like it's more expensive than like Winn-Dixie or like Walmart. So I tried to get all the stuff for the budget cooking show.
Oh, you went over 20.
Yeah. I got it at 23 and I couldn't do it.
23 ain't that bad.
He's like, oh fuck, hold on.
I started calculating it up. I was like,
Shit.
Bring me up like fuck.
I was like, damn, this coconut was $4. This coconut milk.
He hit me up the other day. He's like, yeah, I was talking to Pat, and I know an hour to get it for $2.50. I'm like, yo, this
Yeah,
guy's
I could
crazy.
bring it down though, but I gotta go buy the supplies at one time and make sure it's under 20.
That's funny.
All right, you want to be true to that 20?
Yeah. I mean, I could have just altered the numbers, but
True.
I know I could just get it at Walmart for cheaper. So people getting the stuff are gonna get it at Walmart.
He went over on the 20. That was it was like $23. He's like, no, we gotta scrap it. We were like, what are we doing?
I mean,
It's good content. Keep it
yeah,
going.
it was good though.
Yeah.
Well, what was it?
Oh, curry, like chicken curry.
Chicken curry.
Yeah, it was the red pepper and the basil
$23.
and the
Hilarious.
coconut milk. Just put it over.
How was it?
I didn't stay for it because it was getting late,
Damn, you didn't stay for the food.
bro.
It was really good though.
I mean,
How long did y'all take to make it?
He was in a hurry.
Yeah.
And he would have waited like 10 more minutes. He could have had it. Not even, probably 5 minutes.
I'm not gonna talk about what I went to go do.
Okay. As long as it might have been worth it. Hopefully,
It's not even that it was worth it. This dude just takes so long.
you dragging shit.
Yeah, because like by the time he's like, oh, if you would have waited 10 more minutes, but I had already waited like 45 minutes at that point.
Good stuff takes time, man.
And I'm like, bro, it's like 9:30 at night, and I had to drive back to Orlando. And so I was like, bro, and I had work the next day. That's the worst.
But I was thinking too, I could do it for like 6, 7. Like if you get
What,
like
instead
to
of
really
20?
like bottom of the barrel cooking, you know what I mean? Like some boxed macaroni and cheese, 2 cans of tuna, and some peas.
Oh, tuna casserole.
It's like $6.
Nah, that's crazy.
You know, if people
Do it.
it's for who, because 20 might be a lot for some people.
It is a lot.
So what do you? 20 is a lot.
Well, for some people, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's not that it's a lot.
About what you eat for the rest of the week. That's.
Well, let's say if you cook it for 4 people,
Oh, I mean, true. Like if that's
it's gonna
that
be
meal for
real,
that night.
so
Okay, I feel that.
That's
I feel that.
$140 a week.
Well, so I was thinking about that today. I was like, well, yeah, $20 a day, that's $600 a month. That could be a lot out of people's budgets.
It is. So you need to come up with these like $8 meals and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they won't be that good though.
Why? Why? You know what I mean? Why?
I don't
'Cause
know.
it's less
Like, what do
money.
you think? Like, people's cooking levels are for like just the average person who's just out here.
This is crazy because when you really think about it, just generationally, and it's like, bro, I've asked a couple like different females before and stuff, and like they don't cook. You know what I mean? Like the cooking skill is like leaving them. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be sexist because I guess men don't cook, but I see that's the thing. This is why sexist is kind of fucked up. I don't talk to men. You know what I mean? So how am I going to know and why am I even going to talk or care about what the hell men are doing? I'm just talking about what women are doing. It's not sexist. It's just my scope of view. I'm telling you about women that I talk to that, and they'll be like, nah, I'm not cooking. Like, bro, what the hell? So my first thought is, even if you were to cook, you don't know how to cook. You don't, you know what I mean? Especially for cheap. You know what I mean? A lot of them just Chick-fil-A every day. Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A. Like, God dang, bro. And it's expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but you could definitely coach. Like if you don't know how to cook, you'd be like, all right, today we're gonna do rice, or I mean, I'm even trying to grease because I still don't know how to probably make rice without it to become mushy or like it's like
I struggle with rice.
I was just about to say that. Like, I think a lot of people can't even just make rice regular.
right.
Yeah.
And as you coach, you'll get better yourself.
2 cups water, 1 cup rice.
Yeah, it's always like a double or 2 to 1.
Yeah, it's a 2 to 1.
But people want to cook it too hot is the thing. You got to get it hot, stir it, and just cut it off low and just let it ride. Low.
But I think I might just do the fun thing and just get the rice maker. That would be cool.
That'd be dope. Those are always dope. So I'm gonna break down a couple of these topics real quick.
Yeah.
Well, real quick though, before we do that, like with the cooking, like you think that I thought like $20 is like a good point. Where like
no, $20
because we
is a
could
good
go
point.
like $5, $6, but it's not going to be like good for you.
$20.
So
Yeah,
whole
I was
point
just
of it.
wondering, like, is it like you know what I mean? I don't see how that could be a problem. You know what I mean? Like when you said it's not gonna be as good, it's like, you know, I want you to be able to like cook it and make it good. You know what I mean? Like biscuits and gravy with some meat in it or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Bro.
you don't gotta go crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. To expect something, you're doing a lot.
I don't know, but I am gonna try. I already tried those mashed potatoes. I like, what do you call it? The smashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I like the smashed potatoes.
Or next time you find a girl that can't cook, just go over a video with him.
Yeah, it's like just start sending them. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, check this out. In 20 minutes. Ooh, under 20 in 20 minutes. Could you make it in 20 minutes?
Under 20 cooking.
Nah.
Nah.
Don't do that. Now you're pushing
From a
it.
safety point of view.
Yeah, now you're pushing
But he
it.
could definitely do some like.
I mean,
hot
maybe if
pockets.
like we were like really on point and just like working and chopping, but for me, nah, I'm casual. It's gonna take an hour.
Damn.
So real quick, we were talking about his teacher, his substitute teacher and stuff, and he's talking about you don't got a job. All right, now this has nothing to do with him, so I don't want him to get in trouble. But it's like, bitch, you're a substitute teacher. You don't got a job. You make like $100 a day. He makes more than that helping us with the podcast. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, he's probably displaced it a little bit.
I'm saying you're watching the podcast. Stuff like that.
Stupid high school kid, you don't got that. I'm better than you.
This dude hating on Lil Dave because he's in like college classes, isn't gonna not be a substitute teacher.
That might be his extra job though, maybe.
Nah, but sometimes teachers be projecting their situation on kids.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Because I even did that. That was
I
fucked
think
up.
everybody does that.
Exactly. So that's why I'm hating on the teacher. It's like, bro, you legit make like $100 a day. And I'm not hating on that, but it's like, don't hate on a kid. You know what I mean? Don't tell him he doesn't have a job. You don't have a job.
And
You're a substitute. Be a real teacher.
And he tried to bash his polo outfit.
Oh, now you're tripping. What was he rocking? Did he have any J's on?
Baby O.
I was wearing Air Maxes.
No, not you, the teacher. What was he wearing?
Oh, I don't know. Some fucking Adidas.
Some busted ass Adidas.
The Adidas.
What did he say you looked like? You were wearing scrubs?
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to Jones.
Because he had the baby blue polo shirt and baby blue jogging pants on.
Oh, he's trying to crack.
He's mad.
Yeah.
He should have flamed his ass.
I was like, that's why this is a matching polo outfit.
Yeah. He's like, bro.
And he was like, anyone could wear that. And I was like, but not anyone can buy that.
Be like, yeah, but not your lame ass.
Yeah, anyone can wear that.
Right.
Not on your salary, like some shit like that.
Bro.
You're not.
It's like, be real, bro. Subs don't get no pussy. You ain't get no bitches.
I would hope not. I would.
Like he was talking shit about like the front office guy that was jamming him up. It was like this fat dude is all like, what was that guy? He's like glasses, like real fucking super nerd. And Baby O was saying the same thing about him. He didn't go in on him. But when he got into the car, he was all pissed off. He was like venting it out to me. Fat fucking idiot. Guy.
I didn't even want to come back.
Wait, you can't say that. That's what he said.
You don't get no bitches. That's what he said.
There's no way.
And then I seen that guy. I had to go to school like a couple weeks later, and I knew it was the guy. And I was like, "Hey, is it this guy?" He was like, "Yeah, that's the guy." And I was like, "Yeah, I agree with you."
I knew you'd say that.
That's why he was displacing on Baby O too, man. He was like sitting there at the front desk.
That's so sad, man.
Yeah,
These guys, they're part. What are they? Incels?
that guy's probably an incel. Yeah,
That's crazy. It's funny as hell.
He gets no bitches by choice.
yeah.
Wait, isn't incel involuntary?
Involuntary.
Oh,
That means-
no.
That means it's not their
a choice.
choice.
Not by your- yeah.
Hilarious.
That's got to be a rough life though, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid dog.
It's kind of like on the, like, you know, the 30-year-old virgin movie. Like, you seen that?
That's one thing I've not seen any movie I really should watch.
Oh, anyway, he's like 40. He's a virgin.
Hey, little Dave, can you
But
take a picture of
he
us?
starts out like not doing well, and that just like snowballs his problems, and then like eventually he's just like so shook by the whole thing he can't even like talk to women at all, and he's just like super nervous. Yeah, but then I forgot you're young. I think that movie probably came out like 20 years ago.
He was born in 2000.
I'm as old as a century.
That's crazy.
It's easy to remember how old I am.
As old as this.
Yeah, I think that's from like 2004 or 5, something like that, when that came out.
Yeah, we were talking about something
an
else,
oldie.
and I was really thinking about it. I was like, dang, like he was born like after Biggie died, after Tupac died. That's crazy.
Yeah. But it makes sense though.
We were listening to that Fabulous song, and it was on the Joe Budden podcast, and like that song came out in like 2004. That's crazy.
But even I know Fab is dope though.
Nah, facts. I'm just thinking back to like, it's crazy when you think about like when we were talking about you and him not being on Facebook. You know what I mean? Y'all are like, we don't give a fuck about Facebook. I'm like,
Facebook's type dead. It's over.
it's like, but we're on Facebook and we be getting like thousands of views and stuff
Not
like
about
that.
y'all.
From old people.
It's not. It really is not. It really is not
That's
about
crazy.
y'all.
It's crazy because
y'all
we
might-
be promoting to the 25 and up, and that's not them. Wow.
It's about the kids, entertainment wise. Well, I mean.
F you, Jitterbug.
No, but think about it though. It's crazy. It's crazy though. But think about it, like Fortnite, a free game made $1 billion. Why? Because they pitch to the kids, and the kids will make the parents spend the money.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, so yeah, they will.
About the kids.
But we're not up on the content that they want to see
Yeah, you are.
because we're old
Yeah, you are.
ourselves.
Same reason why I listen to the Joe Budden podcast.
These kids don't be doing shit though.
Some of them do.
I think this is a great conversation.
It might be a small percentage, but some of them do.
So in this room right now, we have a 15-year-old. We have
22-year-old.
20. We'll call you 23 in a couple days. 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
15.
Baby O's birthday is a couple days too.
Hey,
When's your birthday?
hey,
What's your-
20s. Just in the 20s.
So you're about to be 16. So 16 to 23.
Yep.
How many years is that? 8? 7? 7. 23. Then I'm 34. That's 11. Then what are you, 42? So that's 9? No, 8. Wow. It's pretty wide. So what I'm going to say is, man, fuck you young ass jitterbugs, man. Dave, this is how I feel. And I'm going to go ahead and blame myself for this too, but I'm just talking about generationally. Like, I feel like they're lazy. I feel like they're lazy.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they went outside.
It's hard to say, man, because Baby O did go outside.
I feel like he should be outside right now if I was his age.
He technically is.
He is what, outside?
No, I mean like he's technically outside. Like he's he's being able to be viewed by potentially more people than you ever were.
Oh, here we go with the inside outside type.
No, but think about it. Like he's on a podcast.
No, I mean like riding his bike outside, like in the heat.
Doing
like,
what? Like what? At like dark out, riding his bike
doing what?
You want
That's the crazy thing. He said doing what? Dave, what do you mean doing what?
I feel like,
what is he gonna be doing outside in the dark right now riding a bike?
It's not
real shit. Like he should be
My
like.
bike is fun as fuck though.
Not right now, but I'm saying like.
nah, but he does do that though. But I hear what you're saying. Like on the whole, no, kids are inside on the phone.
But after this generation, but the reason
Right.
why, but basically what I said earlier though, the reason why this generation is the best is because for the most part, we experienced both worlds. We had the before cell phones. And
No, you did not.
I had this before cell phone.
No, you did not.
I had a point where I kept on losing my phone, so they stopped giving me a phone. So that I had that for a minute.
But I feel like I had a cell phone in like high school, so there's no way.
But think about it. If you had a phone in high school, why would I ever have a phone?
But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about. I feel like when we say the phone era, that's like having a phone in school. Like before that, we were in school just like.
No, you had pagers. So I get the real people had pagers.
Nah, but there's no like taking pictures. Like you guys had iPhones in middle school.
Yeah,
I didn't have it.
I think iPhone came out like 2004.
Kids had iPhones.
Okay, yeah, I guess some kids had iPhones in middle school.
So it's just I just feel like even though you guys have more like opportunity and stuff like that, I feel like you guys be on the phones a lot. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
little Dave hasn't looked up this whole time.
It's two things though. Like
I can hear you though.
the people. All right, so it's like at my job, right? I work with like a lot of older people, and they're like, want to talk about this, talk about that. And like a lot of it's like unnecessary chatter, but that's like
because they're bored.
It's like how they operate. You know?
Yeah,
It's like,
they want to talk to you.
and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna write this down?" I'm like, "No, I got it." You know, like you don't need to. And I'm 40 something, so even beyond that, like I think of it as like streaming. Like you don't got to download anything. You could just stream knowledge. You don't really need to have it. I feel like that's their point of view.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad because they can access like knowledge and like I said, streaming it. But I feel like they get cocky though because they don't have the database of information, and that is like kind of leads to the critical thinking breakdown is what you're seeing, and that's why you think they're lazier and not smarter.
But I mean, so you're talking about the luxury we have of, I can always look it up.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, it's sweet, but and it might be a crutch. But I mean, think about when you need to look it up, how often you're not able to look it up. Like, is that a large percentage, or is just an inconvenience that happens sometimes?
I feel like you could look it up a lot.
You could look it up
More so, yeah.
And
But
that's
I'm
why
not
we're-
saying it's bad though either. Like
just-
that was like a good analogy of like streaming information versus like downloading it.
Yeah. It's everything's moving faster and stuff like that. But
I feel like there's like a lack of critical thinking though because of that. Like if something just doesn't go down like real quick, it's like well let's just not do it. You know what I mean?
True,
Yeah,
like,
kinda-
it's not plug and play.
We're not gonna talk about what
And
happened
it's like,
earlier.
I don't know what to do. Like
Yeah.
say like I even tell him to do something. But like if everything's not set up and there's like an obstacle in the process, he's, what do I do? What do I do?
I'm kind of worrying about it. I don't know if it's going to be a problem or not, but I'm worrying about younger kids like knowing how to actually like build things and stuff like that. Like everybody can't be a computer person. Like people are still going to need to build houses.
Or can they? No, they really don't though.
Damn, that's deep. I guess we can get robots to do it.
They
and then
already
you
have.
just do a computer type
They
shit.
already have. So the same
Like 3D printing or something?
Yeah, because basically, I mean, I heard you. Well, I heard you, but I remember you were saying you did some like computer design, like computer graphic design.
Well, no, I was just
Architecture.
well, yeah. Oh, on the AutoCAD, yeah.
Yeah, you could basically use.
drafting.
You could probably use AutoCAD to create a house and have like a real 3D printer come and print it out.
Yeah, you
out
could
of
do that.
concrete. That shit is crazy. That shit
Yeah,
is crazy.
I
But I
think-
mean, but at that point, all you're gonna need the people is to just to stuff the insulation down, right? Or like run the cable to get. And that's for that you just call the cable people.
Yeah, just to set the machine up to get it work. Yeah.
But we're not there yet. But they are doing prefab, like not condos, probably condos. But I saw one for like a college. they had it was like an industrial type of thing, not industrial.
And I seen the houses too that you can just get the house to just pop right out like that's from the factory.
It's crazy.
In fact, like Tesla got one of those too, like the mini house.
Yo, he's starting a new city.
Elon Musk. I heard about that. Where's it gonna be?
It's Texas. It's rumored to be in Texas. I don't think it might happen. It might not. It makes sense though. I might move out there, but I'm not working on the plantation. I'm gonna be.
Is the city
I'm just gonna have
called
a house
Elon?
there, huh?
Is the city called Elon?
I don't even know.
Elon.
But that's just a plantation though. Straight up.
And you mean like it's crazy when he said plantation? I hear like slavery. Like,
He saw a trailer. He's like, no.
plantation. Like, I don't want to go there if it's a plantation.
But I mean,
So what do you mean by that?
I mean, they're working there and then like they're sleeping there. It's like a
Like a commune type thing.
yeah. I mean, but I guess you're getting paid nice, but I mean, at that point in time, you're not really spending that much money.
Is that just like making local things for the people to live on? Like,
I mean,
it's like a self-sustained.
On one hand, it's cool, and on one hand, it's not cool.
Hey, baby, can you bring water?
Like on one hand, I feel like it's nice.
3 waters, please. Oh Lord, this
Appreciate
guy.
you, man.
I'm about to have to fight little Dave. I see that.
Fight him on cam.
Oh my god,
This dude is like getting too big for his britches.
turn this into no jumper real quick. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See what I feel like he doesn't understand is like this is like an internship. You know what I mean? And it's like,
You're not a company.
oh yeah, we are. You turn off the mic though.
You're getting the practical skills that you can't Google.
Exactly.
How to function with difficult people.
Are you saying you guys are difficult?
A little bit.
John is, yeah.
That shit looks good on the resume though.
I'm definitely difficult.
Yes.
So any other boss you get is gonna be like, oh, thanks.
So, but how do you feel about like a smart city type thing, like where everybody just lives in a low area and there's really no reason to leave that low area?
Are they gonna get UBI?
I don't know.
Universal
like, can you do
basic
like a
income?
small scale like socialism thing in that community?
I think
And
that's
do you want to
probably.
be dependent on that? Like,
I think that'd be probably the way to go to see if it works.
you know, they kind of have that in China already. Like in some areas, you can't like really leave your zone. Like you can't go like 15 minutes from your house in any direction because you really don't need to. That's what that could lead to. So I'm like kind of weary of stuff like that.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know, but you still it's better to have the option to go somewhere.
It's almost like being on probation.
But I
You
want
can't
to go
leave your
anywhere.
zone.
I want to
That's
go.
crazy. You can't leave your zone.
I want to go anywhere that I have the bread to go.
My boy,
Really?
he lives in Illinois. Shout out Thao. And he just got a CDL and I was talking to him. And he's like, yo, I'm on probation. So, you know, for the next, like, I think it's until he pays off his debt. He owes like a certain amount of money. He's not allowed to leave Illinois. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what type of shit is that? Like, until you pay us back, you're stuck in this fucking
That's not bad.
fence. I mean, you can go to Chicago. That's about it. But it's like,
I mean, they do the same shit for degrees.
what do you mean?
Like
with
if you want a college degree, you can go. You could use like a state program, and then for that state program, if you take that money, you have to live in the state for a certain amount of years after you get your degree.
That's true.
I get that, but
It's
what
the same shit.
I guess no. That is kind of like school wise. You're gonna go to in a cage if you leave this.
That's bad for him being a trucker though. Really, you got the wrong job.
He's gonna do regional and stuff, local until like.
Wait, they put him in jail if he didn't truck
If you're
for them?
on probation, no, it's not.
Oh.
This is law probation.
Oh, okay.
If you're on probation, you're only allowed to be in Illinois, and you go to another state.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you go to jail.
Not you can't even get like a little job pass.
Maybe, you know what I mean. But
He need to talk to reform.
yeah, overall, what I'm just saying is like, is wild. Like the whole, like he was saying, being stuck in your zone and stuff is just wild. Like who gives a fuck about a zone? Like why am I stuck in this zone?
For carbon emissions, John. That's
Carbon emissions.
That's what they'll say. Yeah, that's why.
Carbon emissions.
Yeah, or nitrogen emissions. Now I'm hearing.
Emit this dick.
You know, like in Holland, like they're trying to like shut down all these farms and stuff, and claim that they're using too much nitrogen. They're not even saying carbon. Now they're saying nitrogen.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's bullshit, and they just want to like take those people's lands. I feel like Canada and Holland are both like beta tests for WEF agendas, which we talked about on the last podcast.
And Australia?
No, not Australia.
How do you feel about the train crashes in like especially Palestine, Ohio?
How do I feel about that? I feel like it's kind of bullshit. Bless you.
God bless you.
Bless you.
What's bullshit about it?
I think that the companies kind of like set it up and they're getting all the insurance money off of it and stuff like that. Bless you. And it was a lot of waste that they wanted to get rid of anyways.
And they had just like a few weeks before that, they like did something with the chemical like listing, like that chemical that they burnt off. Like they like recategorized it or something like a few weeks right before that crash happened. I think, and then they set it on fire, and I think that's what made it look really bad. And then the fact that nobody really went there and assisted them like federally. I think people assume that like the companies and government has this shit more together than they do.
I feel that.
You know, and then when it doesn't go right, it's like, oh, how'd they let this happen? It's like, well, I don't think they're on top of it as much as you assume.
It's like yo, there's a chemical spill. They're like, fuck.
Yeah, what are we gonna do? Let's light it on fire.
Yeah, it's like you have to clean it up. They're like, yo, like it's crazy. It's like, you have a spill and it's continuing to go outside and you can't stop it. It's like, yo, if we light it on fire, like, I got a great idea. Let's set it on fire. He's like, what the hell? He's like, well, I mean, it was going to the water.
Well, what do you want to do, Frank? I don't know. Fine, fire it is.
Soap it up with paper towels.
Yeah.
Asshole.
My question is like, was there already like a Simpsons episode for it? Because Simpsons, like, they be really ahead of the curve with this shit.
No, there was actually
yeah.
there was actually a book or a movie or something that came out like in the 70s. You seen that?
There was a movie that came out
and
like
it was
2
the
years
same
ago.
fucking thing, like, and it was the same place and like the same chemicals in the same thing.
And you know what's crazy about those fucking containers too? Once like they're not built for like a train crash and like the certain things to be identified, so they don't know if it's hazardous material based off of how it crashes. Because when it crashes, it gets all like mangled up and all that other shit, so you don't even know how to look at it. So there could be like a toxic gas, and they wouldn't be able to really understand it.
Yeah, was that stuff liquid or gas or what?
I think it was gas.
There was a train, Simpsons train.
Nah, for real?
Yeah. But
I wish I could think of the name of the movie because I just heard about it. It was like the same exact like scenario that happened in this
the one that I'm talking about is it was in East Palestine as well. The movie's in the same city and the same thing happened. And it's crazy because like what does that sound?
Doug is turned into a zombie.
He's like, are you checking on bro's just playing his game?
Almost like the dog from he's gonna turn into the dog from I Am Legend.
What dog is that?
A French bulldog.
We have a crazy French bulldog in here, y'all. He's going wild.
Yeah, he wants to tear up the studio. He wants a mic.
Tell Brittany, come take her fucking dog back.
Well, he's nice having him over here.
He's annoying as hell right now.
He wants attention.
That's lame.
But
there's another dog.
the other dog's old though. He's just laying on the couch chilling.
Go do that. Go turn the TV on for him or something.
He can't jump on like a TV. I mean, he can't jump on a couch. It's a small dude.
So, but how do you feel about like the non-response after setting it on fire? Like those people are all pretty fucked up. And didn't they get like $5 each or something like that?
You're lying.
$5 is funny as fuck.
It was like $5 or
crazy.
$50 or something like that.
That's terrible.
Like if you average the federal money, like.
But apparently,
people got.
Black people in California are getting $5 million. I think.
I seen that too.
That's
not
I want
each.
I want to get out there.
That's it, John. I don't want to know more about it. Well, I wasn't in that place.
I'm waiting for the New York one. Once that one comes out, the East Coast one come out, I'm good. I'm good, but we're gonna talk about it. We need that shit to continue.
Well-known Pittsburgh law firm has filed a class action lawsuit for damages caused by East Palestine
No, it's already like money given out, like some kind of federal money, and it wasn't a lot.
Within 30 miles.
Like, I was hearing the other day, like people keep saying East Palestine, but what other major cities is that around?
Pittsburgh, Youngstown, Ohio.
Like, how's that going to affect all those other major cities? And why do they keep saying like?
Now, if it was Akron, then we'd be talking.
Akron is in there.
Oh damn!
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
No more LeBron.
Nah, some people are saying that this is like how superheroes. This is how LeBron was created the first time. There was an oil spill back in '77.
Nah, but apparently, that's almost how Static Shock got his powers.
Possibly.
Nah, he was in. They call it. No.
Bro, we still haven't gotten to any topics. That's hilarious. I'm about to go to a topic right now. Okay, so, Dave's a celebrity. That's the topic. So, Dave,
as a celebrity,
let's talk about this. So, you said that some people have seen you around town.
Yeah,
how's it feel?
I was taken back.
Taken aback.
You had a pause in your day.
Yeah, because you know me, I'm quiet. I don't really. I'm quiet.
So, what they say to you?
Just, seen the show, watch the show, this that.
Why are you talking so quietly? We say, can you hey,
I'm a humble.
You're the guy.
I'm humble, John. I'm humble.
Hey, you're the guy from the Facebook show.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I am that guy.
Anybody's like, keep it up.
Yeah, the guy, they're nice.
Do they say they like the show or anything? Yeah, God dang, can I?
I told you I was taken back. Like I just left.
It's like a guessing game. That was tell me what they said.
I left you and Jay, so I mean, I was already like quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just randomly at the store, and then they come up, and I was like, yeah, that's me.
Was this in Palm Coast or Daytona?
Palm Coast.
Where at?
Yeah, the Wawa.
The
Wawa.
Would you say it was a good interaction?
It was all right. I mean, I wish I was more talkative though, but I wasn't. First of all, in a talkative state, and like I said, I was taken back. So
stop saying taken back.
I was. That's a good description.
So what does that even mean? You're like, I'm surprised that somebody recognized me, or
yeah.
What did they recognize you from? Was it the food show? Was it
the podcast?
From the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So what do you think that means? Are people watching it or?
Yeah, I mean, people are. I mean, that's what I was thinking the other day. But like, who really talks to people? Like, if you saw somebody that wasn't really famous but you recognized them, would you go talk to them or just be like in your mind, like, oh, there's Buddy?
Yeah.
You got to think. Well, we got like 40-something thousand views last month. Like what, 88% of them all local. So that's a lot of people who see my face.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it says that like 6 people are watching this right now. But the crazy part is like people are leaving, going to do other things. Other people are coming in. You know what I mean? It's like
just
6,
popping in, checking in, like
yeah. But it's like 6 consistently. So it's like, I guess my question is kind of like, who is everybody at home watching this right now? Not everybody, but I'm saying like.
When I'm listening, I listen anywhere. Like I could be driving and I could be listening.
Yeah, I think people just in and out, scroll it. But then it's always like over like a week or so. Then all the views come in because it's still on there, and plus all the different things other than Facebook too.
Okay, so now this is a big question I have. Not that you have any reason to worry, but like, does it give you some kind of vibe like somebody might like shoot you or something like that, or like?
Who wants to shoot old Dave?
Nothing like that, but it's like
likes me.
That's why I don't want to be famous. Like it's like, bro, I don't want somebody to see me before I see them or something. You know what I mean?
I feel like I don't have those type of problems with anybody.
So
if that was gonna happen, that would have been happen.
You're like Kanye when he stopped his security. He's like, well, I'm with my people. I'm in Chicago. He was like,
yeah.
I was like, wow, that's actually pretty powerful, Kanye. Like. You're worth $1 billion. You're just walking through a crowd of like semi-poor people. True. Like he was wilding. Like,
yeah, but who don't love Kanye though?
Nah, a lot of people don't like Kanye.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, yeah, even that version. Yeah,
that was. You remember when that was?
Yeah, because I was still. By that time, he had been like, slavery was a choice.
I think that's when Donda was dropping.
Yeah, so that was definitely past slavery was a choice.
Like 3 years ago.
And, you know, forgave him for that shit, too.
Mm-hmm.
But wasn't that a metaphor?
Dude, can we not? Can we move on?
He just, apparently he didn't develop on it enough. But when you speak about something, you kind of hold at what you say, right?
Yeah, I heard somebody say the other day, like, yeah, Kanye is good. He's just not a good communicator. And like the intellectual realm.
Outside the studio.
Yeah.
I mean, he has some great moments, but they usually come from when they're like
well,
curated, like when they're like orchestrated.
But I feel him though, because I think a lot of stuff too, and it's like,
yo, they might cut that out. They be like, yo, he feels him.
I feel him. It was a choice, John. It was.
And you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? Everybody like loves Dave on the podcast. Oh, you and Dave are so great together. I'm like, this motherfucker.
But here's what I feel about him though.
Yeah. Okay,
look,
yeah, it's a choice. We could have just killed the slave masters. You're right, it was a choice.
It was. You ever see the Tosh.0 bit about that?
No.
Like he's like, you guys understand how like cool slavery was? He's like, imagine you like go up to a group of black guys right now. What the fuck's gonna happen? He's like, you're gonna get your fucking ass beat. He's like, so think about back then, there's like thousands of them and like hundreds of us.
Okay.
Yet nobody got their ass beat. He's like, do you realize I could beat your ass and then run and you can't catch me or do anything about it?
And that's
but
why
then it happened.
He's not funny, dude.
Well, I didn't deliver it with the Tosh.0 flair.
I really hate when jokes fuck up like that.
Yeah.
I definitely.
But he was just like saying like, I'll kick your ass and then you can't catch me after I run away. Like, you know, because black people are more athletic, whatever.
It'll be like a numbers game.
Yeah, and there's way more y'all.
A numbers game that you
like,
win, but you
I kind of get it. But
how did we even pull this off for this long?
Yeah, yeah. I definitely get
He's like, don't you realize that we could kick the shit out of you right now? And he's like, why didn't that happen?
Yeah.
I definitely get that.
It was a mentality thing that was being played at a way higher thing.
See, I think that's what he was kind of saying. It was like a mental thing. Like the mental in slavery. I think that's what Kanye was really saying.
Yeah.
But still, like mental games are still as powerful.
More so, really, if anything.
Right. So it's still not really
that's
a choice.
What I'm saying. We're still slaves. I get that. But, you know, ultimately, you know, a lot of slave owners did get killed. You know what I mean?
But I don't think it ever ended. I think it just got transformed and expanded.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like how did money even go back then? You know what I mean? What did you get paid in the 1800s? Like
they bartered
a shilling.
But wasn't like the same. Like it wasn't as dependent on money as now. Now we're all slaves to dollars.
I know the richest man in Babylon, they were using silver, bronze, and gold coins even back then.
But I'm saying like in America, like we weren't all slaves to dollars. You know, like silver. What did you want to get? Like gold is the currency, silver is the currency, but it wasn't like it is now, where like you had to have dollars.
It was land.
You know, like think about like how much different. Imagine if slavery was today. Like when we view like slavery, it's like okay, people are in like little shacks and stuff, but the technology at the time, those were like little houses. Like how much different would it be now if you live in like say like the projects or like a shitty fucking trailer or something like that? I mean, it's probably like the equivalent. You know, and you're going to work, you
There's
still
a lot of factors.
got shit, you know what I mean? And it's like kind of similar. And I think now you still like kind of a slave to that same system. I mean, minus the being captured and all that and that.
So I'm guessing that him and Kanye are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, like I was about to say
before. They're both racist. They both don't like black people.
John, that's nonsense. Who loves black people more than old Dave?
That's nasty.
That just proves it right there.
He's like, look, I have 2 black people in my home. Look at this.
In my home. Exactly. My best friend's black, John. Give me a break.
Oh, this is nasty. Yeah.
But people be like, yeah, this episode was great, John. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but see, I seen this shirt one time. It was like this big circle, and it says everything I know. And then like there's like a smaller circle intertwined in that circle, and it was like everything I'm sure of. And then there was an even smaller circle that said everything that I could tell you about. So it's like if you know a lot of stuff and it's all in your mind, just zooming around, and you're trying to make all these correlations and get it out. And then I try to like explain it to you, and it's just hard to. Or even like Kanye trying to say his point, and it's like, oh, this is all flying around. And in his mind, he's got it like put together, like what he thinks. but just trying to get it out where you could consume it. And
but I mean, at that point in time, you'd be like, then I just won't talk then until I figure it out. That's what I'll be doing, because I be having full on like How to Conquer the World thoughts, and then when I start talking about them, it's like, what are you talking about? You got lost in the idea before you even started talking about it.
Yeah.
Did you buy the shirt?
No, I didn't buy the shirt.
Buy what shirt? Oh,
the shirt. I wish I would have though. That was an interesting shirt, because I think a lot of people are like that too.
Sir Mike said, "Why didn't FEMA help with East Palestine?"
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing. That's not funny.
Because
I was thinking about him, FEMA, talking about like Hurricane Katrina, like Bush doesn't like black people. Like
that was
because Joe Biden does not like Midwestern people.
Isn't he from Ohio?
Delaware.
Oh, first state, right?
Yeah, I think
Fresh state.
First state.
Yeah.
Deep.
DE.
Deep state.
Yeah, I mean they transferred all that FEMA money to Ukrainians, man.
Damn.
Yeah, there is no FEMA money to go around.
Yeah.
The government got to spend that money somehow.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting paid.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think FEMA did give them $5. They didn't really give them shit. You know why? Because Democratic people are in power right now, and they don't really fuck with the Midwest, because Midwest is all red. So why are they going to go there and do anything when they ain't going to vote for them anyway?
But the Republicans have been running the hill for a minute, though, right? Are the Democrats majority now?
Well, no, I think Republicans are majority in.
See, I got it.
Only in, I don't think in the Senate they are. I think only the.
I don't know. Last time I remember, Charles or CES Schumer, he was minority leader. But he might be the majority leader now.
No, but I think he's in the Senate, though. Schumer is the Senate, isn't he?
He's a senator. Yeah, U.S. Senator.
Yeah, I think they have the Senate and Republicans have the House.
Okay.
Or the Congress.
Well, I mean, I think next runner-up probably should be Republican.
Yeah. But, you know, I've been, like, you know, that's one thing that has been happening the past couple of weeks. Like, a lot of people talking about, and I said this, like, a few weeks ago with the Amazon guy, like, people talking about, there ain't no two parties. It's just like a facade. And like people need to get like woke to that. You know?
I heard some crazy shit. I was talking to one of my cousins, in fact, and it was like at the dinner, and he said like the left wing and the right wing are all on the same bird.
Yeah, because whenever
that's fucking crazy.
Like they'll like let people bicker about like social stuff.
Not crazy,
but when it comes to like any money moves or war moves, they all vote the same.
Yeah,
they're all on board. But when it's like, oh, well, let's talk about abortions, let's talk about gay, or let's talk about this. Oh, I feel like this, I feel like that. Oh, well, let's talk about money. Oh, this is what y'all gonna feel like.
But that's one thing I think they fucked up though. Like the Republicans had like, okay, if you want to talk war, you talk to us, and you talk to like, if you want to do like money moves, talk to Republicans. But if you want to talk about like people and like rights and shit, you talk to them. I mean,
well, I feel like that's how it traditionally was, but I feel like now they do just as much business as
right. And I feel like y'all are fucking up on the people end, because y'all just or not y'all. I mean, Republicans in general, they like the whole abortion shit. I think that was a fumble, because people on both sides feel that shit. It's like no matter who you are, you you want an abortion, you want that fucking abortion.
Yeah.
You don't want to care what state you're in.
I hate that that's like an issue to even talk about to determine like other things. You know what I mean? Like who cares?
And honestly, like I mean, one how you feel about one topic shouldn't mean like how you feel on every topic. So
exactly, that's too.
Get you on that.
Mm-hmm. And that's crazy that like topic like will divide people just on that one little thing.
So dumb.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with that, but I kind of wanted to speak on another topic, and that's the banks crashing. Can anyone break down a little bit about what's going on there? Because I don't exactly know. I know that the banks are crashing, and I hear that the real estate's going to go down. You might think that it's going to go up even higher, but
I think it's going to go.
Do you know anything about the banks crashing?
I know. I feel like, well, my vague, and this is not financial advice. I think like one after one domino falls, the next domino falls, and I think that the domino that fell that everybody heard about was the startup bank closing.
The Silicon Valley.
I heard.
Yeah, and that bank is like probably like one of the most affluent banks that gives money to startup tech companies and tech. And when do you really hear about tech doing bad? It's like the first time ever. except for like the .com burst and shit like that. But I wasn't even around for that shit.
I heard that these
or that economic disaster. My bad.
I heard that these banks, what they were doing is they were loaning out money to people based on crypto, like Bitcoin. So if you loan out, say, $100,000 to somebody, and then the crypto that they give to you to hold is now only worth 20,000, you're gonna take a big hit.
Well, it was more than that actually. Like you know what like fractional lending is?
Breaking? Yeah.
Yeah. So like say a bank got $10 million, they could loan out 30 million, because if everything's just running smoothly, not everybody's gonna get the money at the same time. Mm-hmm. But with all these like interest rate games that have been going on, like the depositors were not making a high percentage on their money, and like they have like Fed bonds you could buy now. They got like 4.5-5% interest. So all these people started taking the money out of there and buying these federal bonds just to have their money sitting somewhere, and then like more. So you got to think the bank only has got a third of the money that they say they got. So if more than a third of the people or a third of the money's taken out, like that money's just not there to cover it.
So what do y'all think is going to happen, or what is coming? Because I mean, I'm sure y'all have been seeing like everybody liquidize, right? Everybody's selling their company, their stake. Everybody who think you wouldn't think like was selling their shit. Like, I mean, you got from the big artists to the small artists, you got from the big businessmen to the small businessmen. Everybody wants cash. But the thing is, like, you're not going to hold dollars, are you? Because that's dumb as fuck.
That's a good question.
No, yeah. But you can't have it in the bank either, though.
But the thing is, I think you can have it in real estate, because people, if people don't have enough money to buy, they're gonna have enough money to rent.
That's not true, because pandemic just hit and they were not paying rent, and them homeowners took a hit.
Yeah, now they're all like fucking jaded, and you can't get a house now because of that. Now they're all scared to rent their house to anybody.
But so what do you do? So what you do is done. You do what you do is then it's only person who has the money at that point is the government.
But the government don't have money. But they don't have money.
They don't.
That's the problem.
They don't.
That's the problem too, because they did bail the fucking bank out, which they just printed more money, which is add to more inflation, and it's getting fucked up. Because I don't think the head of the Federal Reserve, because he's been raising rates, and that's been fucking up stuff more than I think they anticipated it was going to, because they keep raising it kind of fast, but they have to fight the inflation. And with inflation, or I mean, when you bring down or bring up the interest, the companies go down and unemployment rises. Like if you look at like old charts and stuff, every time the inflation and stuff goes like this, to get it down, like the jobs got to go.
But I mean, all the tech companies, they just laid off like
a lot of them too.
Each one laid off at least like upwards of 10,000 people.
That's crazy.
And that like last month, like there was like repos were up like 30% last month from the month before.
Repos?
Yeah, like I think 40% of people with car loans are 2 payments behind.
Yeah. Apparently the pre-owned market's not doing that well either.
Yeah. So soon, like used cars are gonna be cheap as fuck, so everybody's getting repos.
So everybody's liquidizing. Why are they selling their assets instead of holding down and bunkering down the assets? Why are they just saying like Jay-Z, I'm just gonna sell Duce, or who else? Who else just sold some shit?
I think with money,
Justin Bieber just sold his catalog. But
everybody's selling their catalog.
I have a question for you, real quick, Dave, on what you were talking about when you said like the rates are going higher and it's kind of fucking everything up. Okay, so you were just saying about the repo thing, about how people's cars getting repoed. Like, I'm gonna be very honest with this right now. Me and you, I feel like don't make a lot of money compared to our friends, if we can say that. Like, and the thing is, like, we're doing okay.
Yeah, but we still make more money, more than double of the average person.
Do you think that's honestly true?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what I don't understand.
The average person makes 30 grand.
It's like, but what do they do? Because I don't feel like we have great jobs.
My job's great. What are you talking about?
Hilarious. Well, okay, your job is.
But you got multiple jobs, though.
Okay, let me say this. Like, I feel like every single one of my friends are making more money than you are.
Everyone?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because I'm not trying to put anybody's name out there, but like, let's say like my 5 closest friends or something like that. And I mean, you know who they are, you know what I mean? Like, but obviously that might be kind of skewed or whatever, but like, it's like, bro, what are they doing with their money? You know what I mean? Are they taking on too many assets when it was cheap before? Now everything rose in price pretty much, but their pay didn't go up with it?
Yeah, pay raises are definitely not following the inflation of what costs are.
Yeah, and they're getting stingy now.
For sure. And you know, like, mad people got like, I don't know the exact number, but the average person like got their credit cards pretty much like maxed out right now. And they're just like getting by. Like, it's falling slowly. And like, I feel like you say that because you don't hang out with any normal people, really. Like, the average people at your job, they ain't making that much money. They don't make as much as I make.
I feel like I make the least amount of money at my job. I work with like master carpenters.
Yeah, what do you mean master carpenter?
They make like $40 an hour.
Do they though?
Yeah, but the thing is, you're right. A lot of people don't have a lot of money, but I think people be doing like drugs.
Yeah,
I think people be like drinking. I think people be it's like, bro, I don't like everybody at the job has a nice ass truck. You know what I mean? They probably spend like $1,000 a month on it or something like that.
It might not match with their house though.
I don't know,
right?
But it's
you
like,
don't know.
It's like, I was just going off what he's saying. Like, bro, I really don't feel like I make that much money. You know what I mean? It's like,
but imagine if you really didn't make that much money. I mean, if you made like a third of what you make, probably.
I feel you. Maybe cut out one of my streams of income or something like that. I could be in some trouble quickly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you don't even got a fucking $700 car payment, $800 car payment. You know the average car payment now is like $700.
That's wild. Because I felt like I didn't have that good a credit.
2 years ago it was $550. Now the average is like $720 on a car payment. Like when I traded my car in, like 4 or 5 months ago, I got the same car, and I got a slightly higher interest rate, and my payment went up like $70.
That's crazy.
What's the benefit of having a car now? Or like a car loan, like a
car from a dealership.
Yeah, or no, like that you have a car note from.
A car that you.
Well, ideally, it's better to not have that.
Yeah, I fuck with that. I should like.
Well, some people might not say that though, because a lot of like rich guys will be like, no, you want to have all the cash you have to make moves with. But if you're not making moves like that, it's better just to buy it and not pay the interest.
Yeah, like depending on the type of job that you have. Like now that I work like 9 miles, I could get an old beater, you know what I mean? But like living here in Palm Coast, and if you have to drive to Daytona and get on the highway every day, you need a reliable car, you know what I mean? So you can't just pay like $3,000 for like old beat up car and expect it to get you, you know what I mean?
Like I'm doing like 22 minutes a day there and back. Well, like 22 minutes there.
Is it all city or is it highway?
Nah, I should just hop on one road.
So is it a city road or a highway road? Like what's the miles per hour on that road?
City road.
So yeah, you know, like 22 minutes, you might be going like 10 miles or something like that.
Nah, like 40, 45, 35. And you could be like a little bit higher.
Miles
per hour, yeah.
No, I'm talking about distance wise now.
Oh.
Like how far away. What I'm trying to get at is like, if you're not going to be driving that much, you can get like a shittier car. But if you're going to be driving like a lot, then you need to, because like I also got a better car because I wanted to Uber, you know, and like you can't Uber in like an old shittier car. But
I was doing Instacart out of my shit. Instacart was pretty good.
Yeah, but like I just don't be wanting any kind of like engine problems or something.
It's not worth it.
Hondas will hold you down, man.
See, but I like when you have a new car too. Like you don't got to worry about nothing. It's gonna work. Like, you don't got to pay for no maintenance. You don't got to pay.
AC
don't
work
even need
fire.
nothing.
You think the same thing applies to a house? Like a new house should just work. It should just work out of the box.
Yeah, because
You guys don't look confident.
Problems do happen. You know what I mean? See, a house and a car are different because a car, like, you need for work to bring money in. You know what I mean? So I can't be going outside and my car doesn't turn on. You know what I mean? Like my house, even if like my lights don't turn on, I still live in it. That's fine. If I can still go to work, I can deal with that problem.
Could I bring this up too? Like being a dude, you have to have a nicer car.
So you think as a dude, the car makes more sense than the crib?
No, I'm just saying like it's an expense that you have to have Like you can't roll up as a dude in a shitty ass car.
And you can't be like, "Are we gonna walk it today?"
Yeah, ain't nobody. You know, you're not gonna look good. Ain't no girl's gonna talk to you. You're gonna look broke. You just have to have it. Definitely. And like at a certain age, like you should have a clean whip. Yeah.
It's just you're getting expensive, so it's gotta match your wage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta match your lifestyle.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
I can get away with it because I'm young. I got a car that's like 1 year younger than me.
Yeah, if you're young too, you could definitely get away with that.
Right.
But you know, like I feel like the car really just has to work. You know what I mean? Especially living down here in Florida in the summertime. If you think you're gonna get a girl in your car and you're not gonna have any AC work with one down, forget about it, bro.
But I've gotten girls into my car when I didn't have any heat, or like I didn't.
We're getting to a great point now, you know.
But like I was turning on the heat and like it just makes I had to get a new fan apparently. But the AC worked fine. Like some air eventually come out.
But that's also like younger too. Like,
yeah, I would say what were they like 1 out of 10?
Oh, I mean I would rank Shawty like an 8, 9.
I'm just saying in that age group, like you think like
she fuck with me.
You think like 19, 18-year-old girls expect every dude to have like a BMW, this and that, or super nice whip? Like,
but some of these girls be bougie enough to be like, yo, I've experienced, or like I've been flown out, so I can only go but this level, or you know, or like, cause like I don't even live in the city, but I can imagine like, oh, you want me to take a train to link you?
Yeah,
you're not gonna pick me up, or you're not gonna send an Uber, like,
facts.
Like that's, I mean, but then again though.
It's funny because that's getting into my other point, and this is a topic that tricking and gold digging. You know, I used to look down and like stick my nose up against it, you know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know if I want a chick who be on the train either. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dang, do I really care about her?
That's not tricking, and that's not gold digging either.
No, putting her in an Uber is tricking.
Nah, that's not tricking. If that's the lifestyle that you give off and you wanna. And that's where you at right now. I didn't do it, but I mean, I don't think that's like tricking. I think tricking is like getting her that break, and that has nothing to do with her safety. That might hurt her safety.
Well,
that's a logistical expense. What you're talking about?
I think it's still tricking.
I don't know if that's tricking.
Like,
I don't think that's tricking.
No, that's tricking.
I think it is tricking, bro.
I agree.
I do, bro. That's gonna be like.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Especially in New York,
what
like
if you're
$60?
You could be like all crazy with it, and you're bring you here, I'll bring you there. That's like getting into it. But if you just like talking to someone, you got to get them around. That's another thing.
Yeah.
And then what he just said, like, oh, I've been flown out here. Bitch, go fly there then. Because I wouldn't even want to fuck with a girl talking like that.
Nah, I get that. But what I'm saying is like, okay, maybe the train and the Uber might be. I'm gonna be honest. Like putting a chick in an Uber is kind of nuts. Like, bro, that's expensive.
That's not that expensive, bro.
What do you mean, like sending her home in the Uber?
You do that, right?
Both. Hell no, you don't do that.
You not sending nobody home in an Uber?
Fuck no, bro.
What? You're wildin'.
Okay, then
I used to be taking Ubers at 2:00 just to get home. I would definitely send her in an Uber home.
How much was the average price of that Uber?
Probably like average price was like $20, but because it's at like 2 a.m., nobody's coming out, like $25, $30. You gotta tip them.
How far? Because see,
I
used to be an Uber driver.
Probably like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's
short
expensive.
Drive. It's a short drive though.
But that's expensive. 25. Like, where are you getting $25 from?
Yeah, but he's in a different age group than Baby Yoda.
Nah, I get that, but I'm even saying
but he can get 25.
Okay, look. Okay, boom. Perfect example.
I get 25 here for the car.
I'm not giving him 25 for his bitch. So look, this is a perfect example. We're just talking about how people don't have that much money. And people be blowing $25 to go 15 minutes on an Uber. Like, bitch, get on the train.
Yeah.
What train, man? Come on. What bus?
Nah, here you're fucked.
Right.
She ain't coming. You know what I mean? She gonna have to get a ride from somebody else. But that's why it's like you need a car here. But overall, it's just like, so the whole tricking thing, it's like, I kind of get it. Like, I used to be mad at like, oh, she's only talking to him because he has a lot of money. It's like, yeah. She's talking to him because he has a lot of money. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's really not even that bad. You know what I mean? I think it's just...
It's not bad if you don't have the money.
I think if I didn't have... Like, I didn't have the money, so I was like, ugh. I was more like,
oh man, they all like guy for his money.
Was it my ego that was hurt, Dave? Or
yeah, it was your ego.
Because why? What is her motivation for fucking with you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's like, am I funny? Are you a nice guy? I think that's where nice guys kind of get it fucked up at, because they really think that like they say nice guys finish last.
They do.
Yeah, because nice. You can't put nice in my gas tank. But you can't get me over here with being nice.
No, that's not true though. That's not true though, because they'll take the nice guy's money to fill up their car to go see the other guy.
Well, that's
because the other guy can have shit. So it's not always about the money. It's about the niceness, and that's why you gotta turn into a villain, man. I mean, you don't gotta be like a bad guy, but you can't be a nice guy. You can't be out here.
Yeah,
even Robin Hood had to steal.
Yeah, I don't know if you could blanket it. If you could just blanket it like that, because everybody got different motivations at different times for what they're doing.
Break that down.
I can't break it down.
Okay.
Can't break it down.
But yeah. So I think.
Oh, hold on. No, because some girls might like a nice guy at that time because they want a nice guy. But not too nice where they're getting exploited. But if she likes him and is too nice, then that's fine. But if she don't like him and she's just using him and he's too nice, that's not fine for him. Because just because the girl likes you don't mean you got to be a dick to her. You can still be nice to her.
Yeah.
If she requires you being nice to her.
But that's usually after they've fucked for the bad guy. And it's like, damn, I'm tired of getting fucked up.
That too. That's the factor.
That's the hugest factor.
How much stock do you put into like kind of like doing what the woman wants to do to be happy? To like make the situation go like wow.
Well,
because I feel like it's all good and well until then it's like now it's like it's a job to keep this bitch happy and she ain't even happy. It's like, so what the fuck am I doing? So then you kind of like build resentment.
But
sounds very specific.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't give you any head.
Yeah, that's not specific.
It's not specific.
No, hold on. Just say that again real quick though.
Just like, I feel like we're talking about this nice guy talk. So it's like, I feel like we might have all been nice guys at one point where it's like, I would like to do what I can do to like make this chick happy. So it's like, but at one point, is it like, you know what? Let me just focus on my happiness. That's where I think everything gets to eventually. You know what I mean? And it's like,
But you're allowing yourself to get into an exploitable level that whole time. You're just building animosity the whole time.
I mean, it's like, I feel like,
so
okay, that's.
But hold on,
I feel like that's what
like,
women do. Do they not exploit men?
It's part of the game.
I don't know about necessarily exploit them. Like, what do you mean exploit them?
All right, so let's say,
I guess it depends on the person. Like, you can't just say women exploit men.
No, but it's like, it's almost like, what can you do for me?
Can you say that women excel at manipulating men?
I would say some do, yeah. But some allow themselves to be manipulated. But they have the power to be the manipulator. They just don't get that they do.
Mm-hmm.
No, they do.
They do. Because women run the show. And you can't... Look, if you want to fuck with her, you got to deal with her.
Yeah.
The bottom line. Because she don't got to deal with you. You don't got to deal with her either.
There are relationships... so you want to make the broad statement that there are majority relationships where men don't run the show?
I think...
Marriages.
I've seen them.
Marriages.
Not always, no. What if the girl wants to be married way more than you want to get married?
Then you're gonna get married.
If the
woman's right.
If the women didn't run the show, there wouldn't be no such thing as an incel.
Right.
There's more options. They have more options. Can you fault them because they got more options?
Do they though? Because I feel like
especially if they look good and they're desirable.
There's more women than men.
So what? But 80% of what's the statistic?
20% of men smash 80% of the women.
80% of the women, yeah.
Yeah. So there's more room for women than there is men.
Yeah, so there's 80% of men that they don't even fucking look at or give a shit about and they're already crammed in that 20% game.
So what do you do if you're in that category? Do you try and swim out, or do you just
swim out? Why the fuck would you swim out?
What, in the 20% or the 80%?
If you are 80% of guys that aren't getting no tang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've been trying to swim out, obviously.
No, the swim out is everybody thinks more bread because they need more money.
Yeah,
they need more money.
That could be the case, but if you don't have the social skills, like I think a lot of dudes are like terrified of girls and really don't.
I mean, because I work with dudes that like wouldn't go talk to a girl at the job because of how it might endanger their career.
That they shouldn't do that. You don't talk to anyone.
But that's just one. That's just one factor of it.
You got to talk to girls at your job.
But
what do you mean?
No, I mean, and I'm
just talk to.
Got to.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like trying to holler at.
I mean, if it gets to that point,
I don't think that's.
But you got to be careful how you play it.
But even in corporate environments, they say one thing and you're out of there. Yeah.
I don't think.
But at the same time, at these corporations, they'll still have. Oh yeah, Bob was married to Lisa.
Yeah, that does happen.
That happens. So.
But I think just like should holler at other people and stuff.
I mean, it depends on where you at in your career.
Right.
But I would say though, especially like, and if you're in that 80%, like, and then you have poor success at first, and then like now you don't even like know how to like communicate with women at all.
Yeah.
That's just gonna get worse, and especially if the more failed attempts you have, and then you just get weirder and more desperate.
Charger right there, right behind you.
It's they're not getting out of it.
What do you think is stopping them from getting out of it?
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
They don't have the skills to.
Yo, I mean, honestly, I was thinking for a while, not for a while. I'm still thinking about doing like go to like a Toastmasters, learn how to like. It's like where they teach you how to talk and have conversations. It's like how to make conversations with strangers and stuff like that.
Or like females and stuff like that.
I mean, there's possibly females there, but it's just people and anybody.
I could put one of those on.
See, not me, because I don't even really talk to people like that. I generally don't.
Right, and the hard part is that like you don't talk to people don't talk to other people like that a lot, but you can still carry conversation.
Yeah.
So it's usually the part about it that's weird is like, is it me getting over the fact that they're strangers or and getting comfortable? I think that's the part. Like I need to focus on getting comfortable easier. And it's weird because in certain situations you're not supposed to be that comfortable, or I feel like it. I don't know.
Well, I feel like I better have like a lot of social anxiety like in my whole life too.
A lot of that shit. I feel
So,
like me too.
You know, like why am I here? What is the point of being here?
In what way though?
I feel like you just feel out of place, man.
I feel like that's programmed because I feel like that's the thing everybody's feeling now.
That's why one of the reasons why I like doing this thing is because like we got to get on camera, get in front of people, like making the show, doing the food reviews. It's not like that we're really adding much. We're adding something to the local thing, but at the same time, it's for me too, just to be more comfortable. Like I was at this comedy show last night, and I was thinking, like, man, like this could be so easy. All you got to do is have confidence in yourself and say whatever, because most people don't do that. You know, the average person is just like here, and then like I feel like I've had a pretty interesting life, like a lot of ups and downs, and been around a little bit, definitely more so than the average person. So I feel like if I say something like I have experience, but it's get in now. It's kind of like the T-shirt with the bubbles of what you know and what you can get out.
Damn T-shirt.
And maybe like a smaller bubble would be like what you can explain or tell over high music or loud music. So how do you get that interesting conversation off and like
you don't.
It's just dumbing.
You don't. You just get the Instagram or the number and then you holler at them later. That was madly specific.
That was like a John tip.
Yeah,
John tip.
So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We got about 15 minutes left before we got to slide. It's already about to be midnight.
That's crazy.
We're supposed to go to the Strippy. So let's see what we got here for topic.
Already got my funding. Secured.
Okay. Definitely want to talk about the alien mothership. And then I want to talk about the daylight savings conspiracy. With the daylight savings conspiracy, we were both thinking it, but you said it, Dave. It's like you switch it from 1 hour, but the fucking sun is like 4 hour difference. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, okay, if let's say before it was 6 o'clock and it's spring forward, so that means it's going to go to 7 o'clock. So then that means if the sun used to come up at 6 o'clock, the sun's now going to come up at 7 o'clock. but it doesn't. Like,
Well,
at 7 o'clock, it's still dark, and it doesn't get sun don't come out till like
because
8:30.
a day is not split in 12 hours. 12 hours. You know, and like the fall, there's less sun. In the spring, it starts to become more sun, and in the summer, the sun's up the highest in the sky. So regardless of what you go hour before or back, like it's.
So what if we didn't change the hours?
As we go into like fall, it's gonna get darker sooner anyway because the sun just doesn't stay up in the sky that long. So I feel like when they fall back, it just kind of offsets it to kind of fit in the window of when it is light and dark out.
If we didn't change the hours, do you think we would notice with the sun? Be like, dang, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, because think about it. A month ago, the sun was down at 5. So even if when we spring forward, okay, so we'll be still up at 6, but it's up at 7 because it's just going higher in the sky and staying up in the sky longer throughout the day.
What I'm saying is, it almost makes it seem like the Earth like goes, like on one day, it just goes, like that doesn't happen.
No.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, because
I mean, what you're saying is, why is the sun going down faster? I feel like
just this one day.
but it's not just this one day. It's just the shifting of time, like the seasons. The seasons are getting
that's just
longer,
a marker.
days getting longer.
Yeah, but it happens gradually throughout the year until Christmas.
That's it though?
Yeah,
until
it's
Christmas, when the sun is the lowest point in the sky of the year, and it stays there for 3 days, then it starts to go up again. The
Is
days
that
are
Jesus dying?
well. Some people say that's like a metaphor. Yeah,
for real.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
That's the story of Jesus, the sun, and Christmas, him being born.
So saying like the sun dies, like the sun being Jesus dies on that day. Well, actually, you know, Christmas is actually the birthday, not the.
Because winter solstice is December 21st,
Yeah, yeah. So that's
the death day.
But apparently, he wasn't born in.
December 25th,
Yeah, like it was more like in the springtime. I heard.
which would put it around Easter.
I heard Easter is not even.
Easter's the death day.
Good Friday. Yes. No. The death
No,
day. Yeah.
Christmas is the birthday.
Yeah, but that's the death day. He was dead for 3 days and then he rose.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the story of
Anubis.
nah.
Isis and Osiris. The
Yeah.
same exact
Iris.
story.
Hmm?
I said Isis. I said Iris.
Mm.
But Anubis, what, the god of death?
Something with the Egyptian
Well,
mythology.
it's crazy because that whole story has already been told like several times. Like before that, like and even 5,000 years before in Egypt, they had the same exact story. The same number of disciples, same like mother's a virgin, same sacrifice, same dead for 3 days, and it was just revamped again.
New Terminator movie?
Are they coming out with a new Terminator movie?
No.
Oh,
But they always revamp those. And apparently-
Speaking of Terminator, what were you say?
I was gonna say, like, apparently, Terminator and the person who made the Matrix are the same author, and they're linked together.
yeah, but they say that Terminator is the prequel of the Matrix.
Whoa,
Fucking crazy.
whoa! Now
And it's made by a black woman.
Now I gotta rewatch them. I heard about that. She
Fucking
sued
crazy.
the twin brothers and won.
Let's fucking go.
Let's speak about this alien mothership though. What's going on with that, dude?
I don't know.
Is it fake?
It's crazy because it's crazy how much people don't really care about aliens when they talk about it. Because I seen the headline like the other day, like, oh, they say
What did the headline
Pentagon.
say?
It says Pentagon says maybe mothership sending troops down, and I was like, okay,
Sending troops.
or like spaceships down, whatever, and I was like,
It
whatever.
did.
But they've been like, it's crazy too. Like maybe like 4 years ago in Joe Rogan, right? He had this guy. He was like a member of the band Blink 182, and he was talking all this shit about how in the next couple of years you're gonna start seeing all this alien shit. And Joe Rogan's like, well, how do you know this? He's like, I was approached to like do film and start putting it in different media
Wow.
to soften people up.
Wow.
And I haven't forgot about that. And I always think about that whenever I hear something else coming out, talking about the aliens, and they never talk about it. Like Because there's been a lot of opportunities for Joe Rogan to bring that back up and be like, oh yeah, because sometimes he'll be like, oh, this guy said this guy said that. He never like.
But he probably doesn't want to be labeled as the conspiracy guy because they already do that online for him.
But I think he already is that though.
He is.
But there's some truth to this shit though.
But
That's the thing. That's why he's not totally conspiracy.
do you think he even really believes in space?
He doesn't harp on it. He has to.
Here we go with the firmament.
He said no space. No space.
I don't know.
I think space has to be.
It's hard to call it.
I can't call it.
I'll tell you this.
I can't call it.
Sometimes I look at the sun and I'm like, man, is this thing like fake or
Why
what?
is that cloud behind there?
Yo, I just
Y'all should have watched.
I could make this a bigger room. What is this? Your room over there? What's this? What is this?
That's another closet.
This is a closet? What's that over there?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Baby, what's right over there?
Ashes.
Oh yeah, that's a door. I don't know, man. That's the closet right over there on the other side.
I think that's like the
Closet.
No, that's like the entrance.
Yeah, I think that's just the entrance where the door swings open in the other room. Well, we're not gonna expand anything here. But
hey, I can knock this shit down.
who knows, man? It's just too much information. Like if you think about a lot of the facts. Remember I was talking to you the other day, like, all right, I'll try to explain it to him. So like if you blast a rocket ship up, right? That's the hard part, right? We gotta get enough power to make this rocket go all the way up, punch through space.
Well, it's not just straight up.
Well,
explain.
It's
like that, boom.
It's like, so you gotta get up to like a couple atmospheres, and then the goal is to, the minute you get up high enough, is to just fucking leave.
Here's my point.
Just and you
Here, this is gonna be
fucking straight.
This is gonna be the Earth.
Like a 90 degree.
Like here, there's the ball, so we can see it's a ball.
Shit.
Or maybe not 90 degrees, but like fully going up out of
It's
the
a circle. We're on the
atmosphere.
horizon. Boom, boom, boom. How come I just can't fly straight and then just fly right into space?
Because you're not making enough speed.
But I don't even have to. I can just punch right out.
Well, you
Because
That would be.
can,
That would
but
be.
it's gonna go like this
Because
because
I'm not
gravity's gonna be
going
trying to
up.
pull you down.
The ground is falling. I'm not going up. I'm just going straight.
But gravity's still
ground-
pulling you with it.
I was pulling me down this way, allegedly.
Yes. Allegedly, that's how physics works.
I don't know. That's one of my
These
beefs.
chairs are uncomfortable.
Another beef is that, like, so they say what, every mile there's 2 inches of curvature.
That's what she said. Ow!
So say you drive into just say Orlando, for example.
Okay.
You could start seeing the city from like, what do you think?
Daytona.
Pretty far, right? Mm-hmm. So if I could see a skyscraper, why is it standing straight up?
Stop.
100 miles away, my perspective, I should be seeing it like that. And as I get closer, no, I mean,
Your eyes are like fishbowl lenses now.
because
like,
every
no.
2 inches the Earth drops down. That's like the grade. I mean, every mile is 2 inches.
So you're saying
So,
like,
like-
that's Daytona, this is Orlando, like this?
Yeah,
No.
so when I see it, it should be leaning.
He's saying every skyscraper should be the arch in St. Louis.
It should be leaning because the Earth's leaning that way at that far away.
But they're not that far apart though.
Okay, let's say 1,000 miles then. What's the furthest you can see a building?
They claim from Philadelphia to New York.
Yeah, so the buildings wouldn't be straight up because look, if we go to the beach right now and start looking, eventually we're going to stop seeing the ocean because the curvature of the Earth. You know, we're only going to see
You sure you see that far?
Yeah, we can see like miles. But the curvature
So what about, how come we can't see the Bahamas?
is probably too far. I mean, the Bahamas are,
Cuba's mad close.
yeah, Cuba's 90 miles away.
Can you see Cuba? Little Havana?
I don't know.
No.
Because there's also, you know, the oxygen isn't completely clear.
What?
You know, there's molecules and stuff in there. There's a little bit of
How you
opaqueness.
gonna buy molecules but not buy space?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Nah, you can't buy molecules and not buy
Look,
space.
all I'm gonna say about the flat Earth is the more that you look into it, the more you're like, this motherfucker might be flat.
No.
But the thing that really just solidified mine was when they did that thing with the light, and then they like put it up if it was flat.
The dude was wrong though.
Exactly.
Right.
They spent all the
Yeah,
money. And then
thank you.
Did the test
Yo,
and they
so
actually lost.
Fucking
Some guy created a contest and offered the winner 100,000 if he could prove that the Earth is not flat. And then the guy's like, "Oh look, here's proof." And he's like, give me my money. And the guy was like, no. And he took him to court, and the courts found the Earth's flat.
No, they didn't.
They did.
You said it, okay. Now they slapped the table.
It's flat.
There we go.
We're moving on to the next topic, dude. I'm tired of this guy.
As you should, man.
Fuck the alien mothership and daylight savings time.
Yo, shout out to all my aliens out there.
Okay.
Next host, right?
Okay. So look, this is the topic right here. I'm not gonna get into how this topic started, but I hate texting my girl all day, every day. I fucking hate that shit, bro. This is what I want to do. I want to like just give a little like 8 a.m, good morning text, a little noon, hey, check in on each other. Then we talk to each other at the end of the day about all the interesting stuff that happened. You know what I mean?
That's like the perfect world.
I don't want to be like texting all day, you know? And then they're like, oh, you're on Facebook. Well, it's like,
No, I text all day.
Bitch.
That's what brought the conversation up.
exactly.
Because you were like, well, what are you texting about all day?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know.
She's like, oh, here's a picture of my dog.
just chit-chatting.
I'm like, bro, I don't want to fucking chit chat. Shit is pissing me off.
Because it gets boring. Like after,
Right.
I don't know. 'Cause I don't know what's more annoying. Is it the routine of talking all the time, or the actual fluff that we're not talking about shit the majority of the time?
It pisses me off, bro.
See, but you're not a chatter like that, though.
Exactly. It's stupid.
Like, you don't chat like me, man.
It's stupid,
Yeah, you
bro.
don't chat like me. Like
I don't. It's like,
What
bro,
do you get from chatting? Like, I mean,
that's a great point. What do you enjoy it?
Just, you know.
See, you're one of them old heads.
it is nice to like when you like pick up your phone, like, oh, I got a message from somebody like,
Little dopamine hit.
right. But outside of that, it's like,
At this point in my life, and I'm not even trying to hate on anybody, but it's almost like clearing task. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I got 4 text messages. Like,
or I
What-
have 5 emails I need to reply to. And it's
Exactly.
like they all require a certain response.
and I'm
I
like,
can't.
I'd rather
But
just.
I don't think my texts are like that. Like my personal text is not a task like
You
that.
don't ever want to just like not text.
Like, cause I see my emails and this and that, but I have no reason to not to. Like, yeah, I mean, it's just.
Hey, what are you
It's
doing?
just more
So-
natural.
so-
I don't want to say what I'm doing.
So are you mass replying your stuff, or have you had that opportunity or option? Like, have you been like, damn, I don't really want to ask all these girls.
No, but
something unique about their day.
I'll be chatting to one person all day long.
Yes,
I'll be talking to one person all day long.
I could possibly even understand if it was multiple people. 'Cause
That would make more.
yeah, but legit, I was like, bro, what are you
But
talking about?
that's not like every day though. Like if
It's
you,
every day. You legit were just doing it out here.
Whoa! He was not just doing it because you don't know.
He's talking to his girl. He was texting his girl.
All right, cool.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
Like, bro,
I don't know, Dave.
it's
Yeah,
all good.
I was.
You know, and it's just
Not trying
like,
to get Dave in trouble.
but
but that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, what do y'all like? I was like, bro, help us set up. Like, what the fuck are y'all even talking about? Oh yeah, she said she wants to go to a strip club. What? How the fuck did that even? How did the strip club even get over there?
because I was chatting about it.
John said he's gonna take his nephew to the strip club. It's like, what the fuck? Stop talking to your girl.
Nah, because before that, she was saying like, "Oh, I would go to the strip club with y'all."
We didn't invite her.
I wasn't even invited to go. It was. She's like, "Oh, would you want to go to the strip club? Would you want to go to the strip club with me?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll go with you." Yeah, I mean, why not?
They're just having conversations.
And then we're
with
talking
everyone.
about like the dynamic of the strippers and how they probably see like if it's a single dude or you're there with your girl, how do they act?
That's what y'all started talking about.
Yeah, that's like the kind of stuff you can talk about.
So you just take your day and just put it in the conversation. But I just feel like people don't really want to hear about my day. I'd rather ask questions more often.
I just don't want to. It's exhausting.
Well, it's not
all
even
day.
like, oh, hey, just went here, just went
Then
there.
at the end of the day, we don't have shit to talk about.
I don't really have stuff to talk about.
Lil Dave, how you feel about this? Do you be texting your girl all day, or do you?
I mean, I'll be texting like a little bit throughout the day, but you know, like if I'm doing something, I'm not all up in my.
But I think Dave was saying that if he has bad shit to do, he'll do it. But outside of that, it's like
What about you? What do you?
Like I have a awesome setup. Not awesome setup, but I have a setup where somebody like we check in, we talk about the day. It's cool, but it's also that like I don't really be knowing what to say half the time. It's like, what do I say for like? Do I ask her how her day is for like the third day in a row?
Exactly.
Shit gets boring.
Exactly. Tired of asking every single day, bro. Shit's annoying. Let's talk about it.
But I think they look at it as like, oh, he really cares.
And I don't.
That shit's weak.
I don't.
Nah,
I'm gonna put that on a schedule and have like a bot send you a text every day.
Oh, ChatGPT.
Yo,
Yes.
that's how they do it.
Yes.
Figure it out.
Whoa, that's a great idea. Like, imagine you have ChatGPT
That's a great idea.
set up as an app to text your bitch.
See, you got to get your own alerts though, because she'll be like, "Oh yeah, well I was talking about this." You'd be like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." Yeah, we talked about that all day, and I was "Oh yeah."
Maybe like 1 out of 5 every text messages sends to you, so you have some type of gist. That way, when you meet up, you can be like, "Oh, what are we talking about? That pasta?"
Yes, it gives you little like
little notes.
Yeah. You said you were gonna help her mom move some stuff out of her attic.
No, the fuck I didn't.
ChatGPT, I need a fucking burger. I never would have agreed to that.
ChatGPT's like, you're gonna pick up this wedding ring at 5? No, the fuck I'm not.
Holy shit, that's a great idea. ChatGPT.
Yeah, please document that. Or people, the fine folks at Facebook got that right.
Yeah, I think that means this is, what do they call it? Poor man's, what do they call it?
Yo, I think Doug's about to get all up in that, man. It's gonna be like delicious.
Get out of here.
Hey, do you need my help?
Should I move the cup before he knocks it over? Anyway.
That's all right.
All right, cool.
It's empty now.
Well, still got some shit in there.
Okay, man, we got time for one more topic. Let's see what I'm gonna.
Well, I wanted to listen. But if you gotta force it, maybe you shouldn't be having them conversations. Because I feel like
I don't want to. I don't want to be.
You don't want to.
I don't.
You don't want to.
You want to end just like this?
Huh?
You don't want to force a conversation?
No, I'm saying like if you chat with your girl all day long.
Oh.
Because I don't feel like I'm like.
I feel like I get tired of talking to them. Like I don't want to get tired of talking to you. Because and I'm not blaming. I don't want anybody to think this is anybody that I've talked to in the past or anything. But it's like,
or anybody I'm talking to now.
That's crazy. That I don't want you to think that I actually know what I'm talking about. But I guess it could possibly be a situation
you're on trial
where you almost get to know the person so well, and it's like this person's not interesting.
That's tough. But I mean, nobody's interested after forever.
That's what I'm saying. It's like let's it's like budget. It's like a conversation budget. Let's not spend all this money. You're spending this shit like you're a fucking millionaire. This dude just
but then you can become weird though. Because like I feel like in this time of everything, you want to share everything. You want to share what you're doing. Want to share what you're eating.
This is a too much share world.
You want to share where you at. It's all about, and it all plays into your status.
Yeah. Oh well, we should share our locations. I don't give a fuck where you're at.
Damn,
I don't care.
That's kind of fucked up.
Why? Like just 10 years ago, I didn't even know, and it was okay.
Nah, but the same reason is because you think that spending money on Uber is tricking. It's not. It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is. It is.
Because at 2 a.m., that's her safety, right?
John says he doesn't care about women's safety.
Get the fuck out of my house. That's right. You got 2 legs. Walk in.
Title that clip.
John. This message sponsored by John Robinson.
I am gonna make that a clip, but it's not that I don't care about their safety. It's just like, and we're not talking about 2 o'clock in the morning because I don't even think the train is open at that time.
No, I haven't got trains here. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about New York because New York it's expensive to get Ubers anyways. Like
it's not that bad.
That's another question.
You got money to be outside. You got money for Uber.
I feel like New Yorkers, you guys don't talk to people like in the next city over. Like
Why?
Why do I feel like that?
Why do we talk to people in the next city over? I mean, unless
because there's so many people so close.
Unless we're in that city. Oh, you mean? Oh no, but I mean, there's other people who have never left the borough they've lived in the whole life. That's for a fact. That's just true, but
it's just like.
But New York is a huge place.
Like, bro, there's no way you're getting an Uber from a girl from Queens to Brooklyn. That's like $100.
Yeah, but that's why bitches don't be fucking with niggas without cars.
That's a valid point.
Or they might fuck with them, but not for like extended amount of period of time. Walking getting tired when you see those cars pass by.
That's
But
crazy.
I mean, but shout out to all the real ones though that will walk with their nigga.
Dave, when you were living in New York and you had that Jeep and you had to come to the city, was it hard to find parking? Is that
not really.
Is that like overrated or like over talked about? Like it's really not that hard to find parking. I feel like people talking about they had to spin the block 3-4 times.
It depends on like where you're at and like what time.
Yeah, I remember showing them like living in Brooklyn. If you came at nighttime, everybody's home from work and them spots are taken up.
Yeah, but I used to park like right over because I worked in like Lower East Side, and like there's like a lot of.
You lived in Williamsburg, right? At a time in Brooklyn.
No, well, yeah, at one time, and then we lived in like Crown Heights for a while, and we lived in fucking Bushwick for a while.
Whole different neighborhoods now.
Yeah, I
Whole
was just
different type of neighborhood.
I was just in Bushwick like maybe like 9 months ago, and even then it was like getting like very like hipsterish, and now it was just like totally like.
Could you recognize it still? Like a little bit, but it's like still it's not the same energy anymore.
Nah, it wasn't. It's like all like hipster shit, you know, like all
That's crazy.
All types of stores, yeah.
Yeah,
Best Side's not the same anymore either. It's different.
Yeah, because even when we lived in Bushwick, we lived in like South Bushwick, which is like right next to Best Eye.
Where'd all those people go?
I honestly don't know.
Probably further east.
In
To
like
like
East Brooklyn.
No, like probably like pushing them into like Queens and like Long Island and stuff like that, like Hempstead and like the not quite like the sub because there's like a little transition zone almost.
I feel like that's money in Long Island to move there.
Yeah,
that's expensive because you also could not like even if you have to do transportation or like just transportation wise, that's expensive.
it is. But think about like when Long Island first starts though, where Queens is and like you end like Jamaica, Queens and this and that, it starts to get packed and there's like further like Brownsville, like East Brooklyn, East Queens. That's where they got to be going. I mean, got to be going somewhere.
That's what I was thinking.
Because,
I was like, where the fuck they even go?
Because the people that would have moved to Manhattan before, they can't really live there. So they start going to Brooklyn.
The Bronx.
The Bronx and probably like, maybe even
Bronx
like further north too.
Cheap, but they're working on the Bronx too. They got the South Bronx. They're calling it Soul Bro.
Soul Bro.
It's fucking
Even like in like South Harlem and stuff, it's like Sunnyside and it's like all
Spanish Harlem. They're trying to rename.
Yeah.
East Harlem, some shit like.
Because there's a lot. Because there is a lot of people with money too. Is the weird thing. As many people as like that don't got no money. There's a lot of people with fucking money, and they're gonna take those spots.
Money is in New York. What?
What you say? Is or isn't?
Is in New York.
Yeah.
That's where they print it.
So that's like I'm saying. Like every like hipster person that would have like moved to like Lower East Side or somewhere in like New York City.
The hipsters definitely moved to Brooklyn.
Yeah, to Brooklyn. Yeah,
moved to Brooklyn. I feel like if you don't have the money, live in the Bronx.
Yeah.
The Bronx is terrible, man. But if you got some money, you go like, man. If you got some money, you're not in Manhattan. You go to Queens and Long Island. But if you want to be a hipster, Brooklyn, and then
I didn't like living in Long Island really.
It's a lot.
It was expensive, and everybody thinks that they're like a fucking world traveler,
right?
But they're all from.
Do they?
Yeah, but they're all. I mean,
it's because they think they're making money than everybody else who's in the city.
Yeah, and they think they like are so like cultured and this and that. It's like, bitch, you've been living in fucking Long Island your whole life.
You
like,
haven't left this island. That's part of an island. Like,
exactly. You've been in this town and you've been living in your parents' fucking basement that you converted into an apartment, but you're driving like $100,000 car because you don't pay no rent. It's just it was like a lot of undercover rich boys who didn't want to accept that they were like just rich boys.
Shit's weak.
Yeah, I didn't take it.
That's crazy. Well, guys, I think it's about time. We're about to hit 2 hours, and we're way over our time. But I think we got over some good stuff on here. Next time, we're going to talk about the Marxist theory, the banning of TikTok.
We need to clear more than 2 hours for that conversation.
Right. The business of looking good, where it's like, you know, you look good, you play good. And I say maybe like the Adidas wanting Kanye back. We could talk about later.
And we got to talk about the fat drug too.
Fat drug.
Next time.
Mm-hmm.
The fat vaccine.
Fat vax.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate you guys checking it out. Definitely appreciate my cuz coming all the way.
Yeah.
I keep on my cousin. Nephew coming all the way from New York. Man, it's dope. Everybody, share this, like, subscribe. Definitely check out Dave's video we just posted. I'm about to drop the Sun Bros video probably tomorrow. Man, just appreciate everybody out here checking us out. Episode 12, and our goal is episode 50, but we're definitely gonna go past that.
Press the button.
But all right, man.
Yeah, we'll see y'all.